Well, the road to the Olympics is tough for any athlete, but equestrian Shane Rose has faced a truly dramatic path. After competing in a mankini, Shane was stood down, then cleared after a public outcry. Just weeks later, Shane broke 18 bones and ended up in ICU after falling off his horse. Now, following intensive rehab, he's back on that horse and ready for Paris.
Well, Shane, welcome back to the show. You're a sucker for punishment, aren't you? What happened?
Yeah, thanks for having me. I just had a training mishap, I guess you'd call it. I was just teaching some of the young horses some technicalities of the sport, and one of them made a mistake and sort of hit the fence and fell over and landed on top of me, unfortunately.
18 bones sounds like slightly more than a mishap.
Yeah, no, it wasn't ideal. I don't all the big ones, which was even more, my femur and pelvis and hip, and yeah, it was not ideal, you would say.
Do you know much about the horse that did this to you? I mean, were they seeking revenge for you sitting on it with a mankini? Is that what went down?
Yeah, no, it wasn't that one, fortunately. I actually had to ask what horse it was because I had a pretty heavy concussion as well. So when I found out it was him, I was pretty surprised. In
fact, Shane, you didn't even remember the fall, right? What did you say to your wife when you came to?
When I came to, apparently I was saying, oh, what year is it? And then, how long until the Olympics? And apparently it was just on repeat for hours. What year is it? How long have I got?
Yeah, the Olympics are still on your mind. In fact, it's just under 2 months until you compete in Paris. So how did you manage to put yourself back together after breaking 18 bones?
Yeah, look, it was pretty nasty, but I've got a pretty good goal to aspire to. And then fortunately I was allowed to get out and spent 3.5-4 weeks down at the AIS in Canberra doing some pretty intense rehab, which has sort of got me back into a position where I'm actually ahead of schedule on my return. So really looking forward to the next couple of months, or just under now, and preparing now for Paris, hopefully.
Your trainer also put a hobby horse head on your exercise bike. Not really a true representation of what an actual horse looks like. Does that actually help at all?
No, not at all. But the ladies down at the AIS were trying to encourage me, I guess. There's one thing about riding a horse that I love, but when you make that horse stationary that has pedals, it's never fun. And anyone that's ridden a watt bike, there's no horse head that you can put on it that makes that fun.
I know you won't be wanting to get ahead of yourself, but let's just imagine gold in Paris, given the sort of long journey you've been on to this point. I mean, is the celebration going to involve a mankini? Have you given thought to other possible celebration methods?
If I win a gold medal in Paris, that mankini is coming out for sure somewhere. And hopefully I get back in the news for the right reasons and not, smashing myself up or wearing a mankini.
Shane Rose, the countdown is on. Can you wrap yourself in some cotton wool or something? Best of luck in Paris. We can't wait to see what you do.
Thanks for having me on the show.